Hi, and welcome back to Doing Stuff with Lori. I am Lori, and in this week's episode, I'm a little late on getting it out. I worked a lot of extra shifts. I gotta say, there's going to probably be some changes immediately in how I'm letting my episodes out. I will be probably picking up as many shifts as I possibly can in the next few months when it's busy. And planning ahead for January, February, March, which are generally slower. Hopefully not, but San Francisco's restaurant and tourist industry is definitely still hurting after the pandemic reopening. I think it's worse than it was last year. There are a number of things I'd like to cover in my videos of Doing Stuff with Lori. Not as it just all fun stuff, but I work as a server and a bartender, and been in the restaurant business, mostly in San Francisco, but for about 30 years now. Definitely we'll talk about that at some point in the future on how things are different now than they were even 20 years ago or even before the pandemic. But I also want to get out the fact that San Francisco is a pretty amazing place, and whatever bad publicity it might be getting elsewhere in the United States, it's really a false narrative, and I'd like to show the real San Francisco. So join me, and I hope you enjoy. A nice little fun fact that I learned is that my neighborhood was ranked number 27th out of the entire world for best neighborhood to live in, and I couldn't agree more. So maybe I'll do more features on my neighborhood, which is in the northwest side of San Francisco, right north of Golden Gate Park. It's called the Richmond District, so we'll see more. I decided to make a lasagna with the leftover ragu from last week. I'm taking about 16 ounces of ricotta, 1 egg, and about 3 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. This particular cheese is 36-year aged Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. Very nice. That's about a tablespoon. Obviously, it needs more salt. Now this is the ragu I had from the week before. I'm loosening it up a little bit with some water. So what better way to use a leftover ragu? Make a lasagna. So I put a little bit at the bottom just to grease it up. And these are gluten-free, obviously. Rice and corn flour lasagna. Now I found that you don't really need to have a perfect shaped lasagna, because when it cooks together, it feels like that in your mouth anyway. I'll do layers of the ragu, layers of noodles, layers of ricotta cheese mixture. You can add mozzarella to this. You can add more tomato sauce. There's a lot of variations you can make on a lasagna. One thing I have found with at least the gluten-free ones, it's been so long since I've cooked a regular noodle lasagna, but most of the thin sheets are actually oven ready. add a little water all around the edge, about a cup, a little 3/4 of a cup, about a half a wine glass. Cover it up and then put it in the oven. In my case, a very small toaster oven. Now I'm putting it on for 400 degrees. After 30 minutes, take it out and put cheese all on it and put it back in. Sorry, I don't have an Italian blend. This is actually a Mexican cheese blend, so a little different, but it'll melt nice. Now I'll do 350, lower the temperature a bit, and let it go for another 10 to 15 minutes until it starts to bubble and the cheese is all melted. Like that. Hey, I'm finally getting around to cutting the 2 or 3 pieces of tile I've been neglecting to cut to finish my countertop. Yay, me! It's like putting cream cheese on celery. Lovely little Buick Wildcat. Very well kept. This gentleman is very proud of his car. So if you watched last week's episode, you saw me struggling with a cast iron skillet, like really trying to pry things off of it. I really like it not to stick, so I'm quickly re-seasoning it, which requires a little bit of some high smoke point oil. Lard can work as well, bacon fat if you want, but it'll leave the seasoning in your pan. I'm just using coconut oil because that's what I have around. I will show you what I do. So as you see, it's starting to sizzle and get, it's not smoking yet, but it's getting nice and hot. I'm just gonna, well, I can still touch it with my bare hands. I'm gonna just swirl it around. And then I'm gonna turn it off and let it cool down for a while. And then I'm gonna do that again. I'm trying to learn the error of my ways, and I just sometimes get really spontaneous and do something, and now I have to think, wow, I should have showed everybody this because I am not tearing it out again. So I have grout on my tile that I didn't mix up properly 2 times. 2 times. So twice I grouted everything and it came way chalky. So nobody wants that for grout in between the tiles. So I'm going to be regrouting that, which means I'm going to change out of one of my nicer shirts and put on something I don't mind getting messed up, because I happen to be very messy at things. So I was going to see what one of my ex's shirts that I still have that I could get messed up with something like paint or, in this case, grout. But I honestly like the ones that I kept, so I'm not going to ruin those. But he gave me this shirt that I don't feel comfortable going in public because I get some weird looks. Wonder why. So yeah, I'm going to do that instead. Oh, the tile. Yeah. This could have been a fun video to show you. I basically, the 2 times that I put in the grout wrong, I basically took a butter knife and scraped it all out because it was chalky and it came out really easy. And then I vacuumed up all those little piles of dust from the grout. And now I bought a ready-made grout that is pre-mixed and ready to use. So that will be happening. I succumbed to the temptation of frozen gluten-free pizza today because, well, I don't want to have things on my counter. And this is what my freezer looks like inside, so I needed to get it out of there. It was a matter of practicality, we'll say. It's another warm day in San Francisco. It's supposed to hit 87 today. It is August. It's definitely not August. It's October 19th, and it's really hot, and I'm very happy. So let me introduce you to my little grill. I bought this beauty. Well, I'm going to call it a beauty because I bought it 7 years ago. It is rusted, and I scraped all the rust off, and I put some really high heat spray paint on it and primed it all up again, and look, it's as good as new. So it is propane. It is ready to go immediately, but it has that wonderful little smoker box right there where I can add wood chips, and then I can smoke meats in a hot style. Yeah. I have a busy day ahead of me, but I need to make something for my breakfast / lunch. So I'm going to grill up these asparagus. Turn on the gas. Turn on the grill. Hear the gas flowing. And there it is. It's lit. So I did this verdigris last night, a little play here. This is where I started. I think I like the look down there, but I really like the way that the green shows with the copper. And a few coats of spray paint, and this is really transformed. It's quite a lovely chair. It's got a little bit of stuff that pokes out, but it's honestly very sturdy. I like it, but I don't know. Well, there are obviously some wood chips in my smoker box because now it's ready, and Look at these beautiful asparagus. And so now I'm going to turn off the grill since they're cooked. Beautiful grilled, still steamy asparagus. So I'm not going to put it together with the tomatoes and mozzarella. I added a little garlic salt in there and some oregano and a little extra virgin olive oil. So that'll cool down and go in there. Hello again. I am back in my happy place, one of them, right by that old cliff house. No surfers today because it is really, really, really frothy out there. But there's some pretty waves, really big ones. Just don't think any surfer wants to get through that. So I'm here in the Presidio again. I know I seem to spend a lot of time in the Presidio. And I am going to have dinner at Colibri with my friend Mariah. So, hi Mariah.
Hello, how are you, Lori?
I'm great, let's go eat.
Yes. If they're going to Sun Spa, they can come
Where
here
is
after.
Sun Spa?
It's going to be down this way.
Down
It's a
that
luxury
way.
spa.
Oh, that's why I don't know it. Cochinita pibil, and these panuchos look delicious. Hi.
How are you?
Let's go. Cheers.
Cheers.
And moving on to ceviche.
I want to eat something.
We are at the 4-Star Theater on Clement to see a documentary.
You know, the bit at the end of practice, sure, like you like shakes the plastic.
Yeah. He's super expressive.
Again, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I'm going to reward you with another pretty little view. North Beach is Washington Square Park, the church, Saints Peter and Paul church with a beautiful skyline behind it. Enjoy and tune in next week. Thanks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, ciao.